Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I will going to discuss briefly about biodiversity and try to clear each and everything by giving different examples. Today we will going to see what is biodiversity and why is it important. Have you ever thought about the number and variety of living organisms in the world? Scientists believe that there are about 2 million different types of organisms in the world. If we see in Pakistan, there are almost 23,000 types of different animals, that means fauna, found in the Pakistan, and 6,000 kinds of plants, that means flora, are found in Pakistan. You can also see the regions and names of different fauna and flora that are found in Pakistan. Although these organisms share many common characters, they are different in size, shape, color, morphology, and behavior. The difference among the living organisms add to the biodiversity of an area. Let's understand it with a very simple example. As you can see two different pictures, A and B, which one do you like the better? Let's see another picture, again A and B. From these pictures, which do you like better, A or B? Of course B, because it is showing a variety of different plants. You can see herbs, shrubs and trees in picture B, but there is no variety in picture A. So that means picture B is more diverse. Now, can you tell me that what do you think biodiversity is? Actually, the term biodiversity is derived from two Greek words, bio, which means life, and diversity, which means variety. So, biodiversity may be defined as the variety of organisms present in different ecosystems. Biodiversity increases the stability of an ecosystem and contributes to the health of the biosphere. Biodiversity is not distributed uniformly on the earth. Biologists estimated that today's global biodiversity may consist of more than 100 million kinds of organisms. The biodiversity of an area depends upon climate, altitude, composition of soil, and other different factors. If we see the biodiversity of tropical region and the polar region, the tropical region of the earth have richer biodiversity while the polar regions have very fewer species. Why? Polar regions are permanently covered with the snow whereas tropical regions have heavy rainfalls. If we see the components of the biodiversity, we have genetic diversity, species diversity and ecosystem diversity. Now let's see these components one by one. The genetic diversity is the variety of gene or inheritable characteristics present in the population. Species diversity is the number of different species and relative abundance of each species in the biological community. For example, dragonflies, monkeys, butterflies, all are different species in the same community. Next is the ecosystem diversity. Now, what is ecosystem diversity? It's the variety of the ecosystem that are present in the biosphere. For example, ponds and tropical rainforest, all these are the ecosystems which each one is different and with its own set of species living in it. Okay, now let's see the another example from which I think it will be more clear. You can see the picture A and B. Can you find any difference or can you tell me that which one is more diverse? Of course, B is more diverse because the background shows of A and B both are same, but there are white dots on the picture B. That means B1 is more diverse. Now, which one is more diverse, A or B? The A picture also having the white dots, but B1 is more diverse because it's having the color dots. Now, which one will be more diverse, A or B? Of course, you can see the background of the B, which is more diverse. Which has more biodiversity, A or B? Of course, B. Now, in this picture, which one is more diverse, which has more biodiversity, which has more variety of the plants? Of course, B1. Okay, if we talk about the importance of the biodiversity, few aspects that show great importance of biodiversity are that the first one is that it provides food for the human beings. Biodiversity provides a high variety of food for the human beings. For example, crops, livestock, forestry, fish. These are all the important sources of the food for the human beings. Next is production of the drugs. Biodiversity plays a vital role in human and animal health. A wide variety of plants, animals, and fungi are used in medicine and essential vitamins. So drugs like morphine, quinine, etc., these are all produced by other plants. The third one importance is that industrial benefits of the biodiversity. Biodiversity actually plays an important role in the production of industrial materials, building materials, fibers, dyes, resins, gums, etc. And it also has a great relationship with the ecosystem. Biodiversity is the essential component of the ecosystem. In an ecosystem, species shows interaction among each other. Each species has a specific role in the ecosystem. Loss of species makes the ecosystem less productive, whereas natural cycles, for example water cycle, nitrogen cycle, etc., going on the ecosystem for fertility of the soil, balance, climate, and numerous other factors depend upon its biodiversity. It has direct and indirect effect on the economic value. Indirectly, you can see the example that we have the green plants which provide the oxygen, and water cycles which provide the clean water. Now it's your turn. That think of the environment you have been to or live. What different species of plants and animals have you seen? How do you depend on each other? What are some examples of genetic diversity and species diversity in that environment? Write a paragraph that answers these questions. It's your assignment. You have to complete it. Okay, should we be concerned more about the biodiversity? Do you think the Earth is losing a species at an alarming rate? In the past 500 years, we know that we have approximately 1,000 species have gone extinct. We now presently do not have those 1,000 species. So we should save our environment so that we cannot lose these species. So there are a few threats to the biodiversity, that is over exploitation, habitat loss, habitat fragmentation, pollution, and global climate changes. So we also have some extinct species. That means they do not live on the earth, or they are completely disappear or dead species. There is a bird named dodo. It's a it's an extinct flightless bird that was endemic to the island Mauritius east of Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. So this bird is an extinct species. That means we cannot find this flightless bird because sailors used to kill this bird to fulfill their hunger needs. So we also have endangered species and endangered species of plants and animals. If you are interested, you can go through the link and you can see the list of the endangered species. That means they are alarming. They are alarming for the biodiversity. We are clear with this topic. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and Allah Hafiz.